Well, welcome to another edition of the Fast Five. It's been a crazy week on there. We still have the writer's strike going on. Content creators are being demonized and being added to all these shootings. If you haven't been paying attention to the whole situation that's been going on around the United States and a lot of other crazy things. I mean, in New York, we've completely lost it to some situations that have been going on. So let's get started and see what five, and that's right, five stories that are coming up here on the Fast Five. Ready, set, and let's go. Well, it looks like tourism in Japan is returning, even though that the Japanese National Tourism Organization says it's only about 65.8%, but that's a good sign on there. However, an article at the Japanese paper, The Manchi, notes that the tourism is beginning to rise again, including the otaku-filled streets of Akihabara in Tokyo. According to the article, a lot of tourists are coming for Golden Week where to buy anime items or electronics on there. Meanwhile, a worker at a maid cafe says she's noticed more tourists talking to her since the start of 2023, and a ramen shop owner comparing last year to this year, he's getting 3 times as more customers that he's had since the pandemic began. Good signs. Hopefully we'll get back to regular levels, pre-COVID levels on there. New York, I don't think we're seeing that anytime soon. Meanwhile, well, back over at Hulu, have you ever watching TV and suddenly goes to a commercial and it gets loud? You know, well, that's happened in the past before. And one of the streaming sites that I know that's really guilty of this is Hulu. But finally, they have acknowledged this and saying that they're basically looking into it. But there is no ETA on when this will be fixed. Hopefully they'll fix it soon, because it is a pain in the neck to keep rising the volume and lowering the volume every time we're watching a show on Hulu. But I'll tell you, the FCC has looked into this during when the networks were doing this, and some of them are still doing it to this day. So basically, hopefully, things like that will get resolved very soon. Meanwhile, in adult news, we've discussed this before on there about the Romantic Depot, the protest for and against it. Well, they've opened another location in the same borough of New York that they've had issues before, and they opened a new place in Flatbush. It goes to show that what Romantic Depot is selling is still generating business. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to lingerie, when it comes to sex toys and stuff like that, like I said, they're just a little weary, putting the credit card out to buy something. You never know. Want to get something for the wifey on there, a little massage oil, a little personal care, stuff like that, or maybe you might want to get that adult film that you always wanted. I've always said that, hey, getting physical media, go right ahead. That's very important, because that is helping these classic films to stay alive, whether it's porn or whether it's a regular Hollywood film. Switching gears back to Japan, MAPPA founder Matsu, and I'm sorry if I pronounce his Maruyama, who was the founder of MAPPA, voiced his concerns over the future of anime, citing commercialism as a serious threat. He believes that China is a threat to the anime and manga industries, which I do agree on that, even though the industry hasn't overtaken, but they are creating their own anime and manga style type entertainment. I mean, listen, they're doing the same thing to Hollywood. You had that hit Top Gun that came out. China created their own version and of course, with tons of propaganda on there. And finally, well, some sad news on there, but hey, listen, the network has been dead for a long time now. With the cutbacks at Paramount, MTV News is signing off for the last time after 36 years. I mean, really, actually, was anyone watching MTV News at this point? The brass unit, which wants to find music culture correspondents like Kurt Loder, Suchin Pak, Tabitha Soren, and Gideon Yago, is no more. This is part of the big layoffs that's happening at Paramount Global. The network hasn't been itself for a long time. I mean, music itself, music videos and stuff like that, you can watch tons of it on YouTube and many other streaming sites. You don't need something like an MTV or a VH1 anymore. A partner of mine who we worked together for many years in public access, he used to have a great music show, interviews. He's still interviewing people to this day online on his Facebook page. And he's become very good friends with guys like Duran Duran and Adam Ant. He's still in contact with them after so many years on there. But to see something like MTV, it's the sign of the times, and surprised it hasn't happened any sooner. So, you tell me down in the comments below, comments on any of these 5 stories that we presented to you today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please take this moment, hit that subscription button, hit the like. Hey, and don't forget to share this video out to your friends, your enemies, your family, because it might be a story in here that they might be interested in. And one more thing, hit that notification bell so you can receive all of our notifications here on Cuticast TV, Man with the Show, Fast 5, and all of our other programming that we present here on this channel on all of our social media platforms. So we've reached the finish line. The checker flag is down. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.